Hello, fellow human, and welcome to another episode of Disorganized Productions. Today we have part two with our guest Michael Hays, Hays the Dank. Enjoy this episode and let me know in the comments below on whatever platform you're listening or looking at me. What do you think about this episode? And please check out my link tree where there's also a link to my web shop to keep the lights going, some cool merchandise. I would really appreciate it for a little support. And yeah, enjoy this episode.
Have a great time, fellow human. Skipping branches like squirrel, baby.
I'm doing. Look at this, especially for you.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Wait, I'm gonna. Work. It's already recording. Oh,
Yes.
great to see you again, Michael.
Man, it's always a pleasure with you, my man.
Oh man, love that. Love that.
Uh,
How you been doing?
I've been doing good. I've been staying busy. You know what I mean? Get me. I stay working in my type of field, healthcare field, working with people with developmental disabilities. It's always a deep pleasure. If you empath or somebody like me, man, it gives you extreme pleasure. It makes you feel like you a god, like for real, for real. That shit, only thing I can compare it with is you and your instrument, my boy, because that shit, like, man, listen, when you start to them strings and shit, it's godlike, boy. Them vibrations is high.
Thank you.
Know what I mean? So, hey, keep up that high vibrations, and I will too. You know?
Oh, yeah. Make people happy. You know, it's a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
And it's a form of sharing to each other.
Yeah. And it's really a way to be authentic, man. Like for real. That's what we need in this life, in this world, is to be authentic. I was reading something. Matter of fact, no, it wasn't even a reading. I didn't get to reading it yet. But I seen a video about how powerful. I think I even put it on Instagram, but how powerful the emotion of being authentic is. It's like they tried to compare it with love, and it's like 4,000 times greater than love, being authentic. I said, damn, just being real, being honest with yourself, being authentic with yourself is more powerful than love out here. And if we all just be honest with ourselves, you understand how powerful we'll be?
Oh.
On that note, I gotta.
But it also comes with for a lot of people with a burden, because I know in the times when I was doing sales, I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do because I was doing a job.
That's a fact.
Right. And now I figured out that my magic moments are when they're there. They're not just like when you wake up in the morning and you go to work and at 9 o'clock you start, or whatever, 8 o'clock, then your magic hours begin. No way, my friend. Maybe it's going to be like in the middle of the night, like 1 o'clock until 3 o'clock. I can be more productive than a few people all over the whole day, because that's my magic hour. You know, I gotta play the guitar, stuff like that, write some poems, or just do my stuff, and I can do that more triple or quadruple than people doing all over the day on 8 hours. Not always, but
it's really all about you utilizing it, though, man. Because some people that work them 8 hours and stuff don't utilize it for a couple minutes. You really, it all depends on how long you utilize it, man. Them moments, or them clarity moments, when you have that much creativity and you don't utilize it, man, that's shame on you, man. I don't care what time it is. It can be late, it can be early, it doesn't matter. That's all a figment of your imagination at the end of the day. You got to go ahead and get with it. Put it on paper. Put it, whatever you got to do with it to memorize it or to make it real. Do it.
Put it out. That's
Thank you.
The most difficult thing for me in the beginning. I made a lot of stuff, but I not even hit the record button, or just like, oh, this was quite good, but I didn't record it. Now it's just like, okay, take one, especially when I do the TikToks live right now. I just do it. Just do it. And if you fuck up, that's fine. That's fine.
Man, listen, man, your fuck ups can be somebody else epiphanies. You know what I mean? That can really spark them. People don't understand, like, mistakes is a constraint. You know what I mean? The society can deem it a mistake. You know what I mean? It's people's out here that we might deem as murderers, but at the end of the day, they do something spectacular to spark your intellect and think critically and awaken you. So hooray for that murderer that just fucked around and woke you up a little bit. I'm sorry that he had to murder somebody, but would you listen to him then?
I always say it's really strange when people try to formulate it on a good way. So the thing is, if you have someone who raped someone, who choose to fuck up somebody else's life, who has to deal with it his whole or her whole life.
You murder someone, really
but when you murder someone, there could be a situation when you have to, pick somebody's life, because otherwise it would be yours. So it's a different kind of story. If you go to a judge, rape is no go. If you rape someone, you choose to fuck up someone. Literally.
Yeah. There's really no way around rape, though, man. Like, if you rape somebody, man, I don't care the story that you spin and be like, hey, man, I had to do that to save my life. No, you didn't.
No.
Like, nah, I just don't see it being like a rape to be a genuine, like,
survival crime.
Yeah, right? It's really not like
dealing drugs is to make money to survive. Murder someone is not like a job. Well, maybe some people have a job on that. But what I'm trying to say is that maybe you come into a situation where something went bad, you have to struggle or fight for life, and somebody is, falls down and stuff like that, or you have to fight for your own life, and you have to take another man's life.
Yeah, exactly, because in a killing situation, mistakes can happen. People can get into a car accident and kill somebody. Exactly. Not knowing, like, they not doing that shit on purpose, but it happened. But that rape situation, it's really no type of way around it. You can't really mistakenly rape nobody. You can't be like, no, man, I thought it was consensual or something like that. That still don't give you no pass to do nothing dirty and make them uncomfortable. Once you cross that line of making them uncomfortable, and then my thing is, I feel like a lot of these rape people try to intimidate their victim to making them think like, if you tell somebody, I'm in whatever you thinking of doing. And then once they get to that point, they're a menace. And you ought to be fucking put to the side somewhere, and you should be intimidated to a point that if you think you're going to do some shit like that again, you got to be taken the fuck out. Like, that shit got to really sink into these niggas' heads, because they're really sick individuals, man. They really been indoctrinated to a point that they go against their spirit. Their spirit is not telling them to do those things. Their spirit is trying to stop them from doing that shit. And they're really battling within themselves with this battle. And they need help, actually, but
yeah. But the thing is, if we're talking
they're not
about
gonna
this
say,
subject, if we're talking
yeah.
about this subject, it's a nice segue to what happens in the world right now. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there are people that are pedophiles and can get away with it. But there are also people telling you on the news, we want to depopularize, we want to kill you. So what,
You
what
see
would you
it.
do if you come across the street and somebody said, hey, yo, wait a minute, Michael, but he's going to kill you. He's going to fuck you up. You're going to defend yourself, right? But
You got to.
somehow in this crazy stage on the world stage that we see is that they say we're gonna kill you, but when I'm gonna put out a tweet or a TikTok like, okay, let's kill them. Oh no, you're going to jail, motherfucker.
Yo, and that's how it is, bro. If it's not, oh,
Bless
excuse me,
you.
if it's not with their agenda, they're going to attack it point blank. If you ain't killing the motherfucking Palestinians, you in trouble. Like, no, what? What? You? They're goyim. They be really looking at us like goyim.
Right.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck
Fuck you
you.
big times. Because it's
Yo, if you
strange
feel like, yeah, if you
when you
feel like
need
it's people are goyim, any type of people are goyim, yeah,
yeah.
it's a fuck you for me.
For me, when there is a law that takes care of a religion or people
Hmm.
or think wise, then you have to think, oh, wait a minute, why are you different than the rest? Right?
Thank you. Thank you, man. That's a real big problem, man.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I speak against religion a lot, man. I mean, listen, most of my family members are Christians. I got some of my best friends used to be Muslims and shit like that. But at the end of the day, I tell them to their face, it's still fuck your religion, man. I'm sorry. I love you. But
Yeah.
when it comes to your religion, I know it's indoctrination. I can't I can't be a part of it anymore. You know what I
Right.
mean? I've grown from it. You know what I mean? I appreciate all that I learned from it. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of like I said, at the end of the day, it's fuck your religion. That's a tradition. That's a
Absolutely.
tradition that I can't be a part of. The only tradition I can be a part is rolling me a blunt and smoking that motherfucker. But as far as all the rest of them, y'all can have that shit, man.
Right.
Talk to me about spirituality, though. I'm all for it.
Right. And that's the thing that a lot of people have with politics and religion. There's only a one way
Mhm.
because there are
Yeah.
rules attached to your individual that
Mm-hmm.
makes you do or don't. I got a problem with
Fact.
that because sometimes I want to do, sometimes I don't want to do. Even the stuff that I
Thank you.
did, I sometimes don't want to do. But I have
Thank
to
you.
make my choice for myself and for the benefit of
Mm-hmm.
all the other people to
Facts.
have that choice, to have that freedom to make a choice, do or don't.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to have it written down by someone with, no matter what, with that perspective and that intuition or no intention to write
Yeah,
stuff down to
yeah.
say to me yes or no. That
Facts. Facts. That should always be left up to that individual. Let them
right,
learn because that's the power of choice, man. And if you try to take away the people's power of choice, that should lead to revolts and revolution, man.
that's
Like
criminal.
for real. It is. It's not only criminal, that's really against our natural rights. And I see a lot of that nowadays that our natural rights is really just being taken away in front of us. And nobody seems to really like see it the way they
Mhm.
supposed to. If it's like 20 people, it's like two people will get mad about it and try to break it down to the people. And they won't hear it. That's what I'm looking at. And I consider myself to be a witness to a lot of things. But as a witness, it's still a part of me that has to tell the truth about the situation, and it has to tell like the sides of the winner and the sides of the loser.
Right.
And in that situation, I'm not about to be biased, but I'm about to tell that truth. They don't be liking that shit. No, but
Right. But
I've never had a problem saying it.
No, but that's the thing. When you let loose all the things that you should do or shouldn't do, when you let loose and make good choices by yourself, you are not in no, you are in control and they are not in control. And that's their whole fucking problem, right?
Yes. They can, and a lot of I was guilty of it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was guilty of trying to control things I can't control. But when your ass really just let loose and control the things that you can control, those people who were controlling the things that you can control for you will start being more and more pissed that they can't control those things anymore. Right. And that you are controlling it. And that you got the power of the things that you could control now. And they like, what the fuck?
Right? Another renegade.
Like, bro, you shouldn't have had that power anyway. They really shouldn't have had that power anyway. But
true.
That's how the society is raising a lot of us. We got to get out that cycle and start building our own cycles.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, then breaking out that cycle is it's a task. It's a task. I'm not gonna say it's a hard task. I'm not gonna say it's an easy task. It's a task that must be done. You hear me?
Yeah. That's a religion by itself, although it's not a religion. It's a knowledge. Yeah. It's not like I believe something. No, I know. Yeah. When I go that path, it gives me good stuff.
I'm telling you. It's really a cheat sheet. I tell people that all the time. It's a cheat sheet. Going the spiritual way is a cheat sheet, and it helps with everything. It doesn't matter. If you want to get logical, it can help with that. If you want to get emotional, it can help with that. It's the perfect balance. It's the yin and the yang, male, female. Spirituality is it. 369. Damn, she fine.
Yeah, frequencies. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but for real, man, it's it. Spirituality. That's I push that, bro. I push that more than flat earth. Like for real. Because that's the most meaningful thing here. When you go to flat earth, man, when you still gotta get spiritual. You don't get spiritual, you're gonna fall. You're going to fall. And it's gonna be a higher fall because flat earth, the last of it. Flat earth is one of the last of the rabbit holes. Mm-hmm. Once you delve in there, you pretty much at the bottom, and you can go any motherfucking rabbit hole you want to delve down. You'll kind of have your head on your shoulders, like for real, just because it's that deep. Right. But the spirituality ain't no. It's not even a whole thing. It's more of a complete thing. So when people start delving into that, you really just got to go with it, man. It's a flow. So go with it to completion. Right. For real. I'm not complete with it. Shit. If I was, I'd probably be levitating. I'd probably be a superhero out here. I'm telling you, they'd be like
walking on the water.
Facts. I'm telling you. Transmute. They probably call me an alchemist, if not an enemy of the state. I don't give a fuck what they'll call me, but I know one thing. They be like, that nigga got some superpowers.
Right.
And if you be careful, we should study him, but I'm scared to get close to him. Telling you,
And I think everyone has that spark. Everyone has that little spark inside of them, like call it a godlike particle that has the ability to do stuff that other people are just like, whoa.
Facts. That's 100%. The source.
Even if you look
That's
at a
the
blind
story.
man and you would say, oh, he can't see. Yeah, but he can hear and he can feel
Uh-huh.
somebody approaching him from a few meters. I'm a, I'm a,
Uh-huh.
I'm not deaf, but I'm very sometimes I'm a bad listener, but I'm trying to say I got a bad hearing, right?
Yeah.
Something different,
Yeah.
but got a bad hearing. So my sense of smell is like 25% higher than somebody
Then no.
with normal ears because I have to
Yeah.
smell fear. So like
Mm-hmm.
gas. I don't hear anything when I have my hearing aid out. I don't hear a water cooker. I don't hear alarm clock. Nothing. Silence.
Mm. But as soon as that motherfucker, it's crazy because I picture them feeling vibrations or waves. You know what I mean? A blind person. I watch a lot of anime too, so I can visualize them
Mhm.
seeing shit even though they're blind.
Right.
People that can't hear, I can sense that they can hear something or see something better or feel
Yeah.
something better or
You're looking
smell something better.
you're looking different uh at things. Uh
That's
you look at the situation and you make up your mind, is this a good situation or not? So you're constantly checking for not for fear but for danger, like, oh, that
your
car.
surroundings. You check, in other words, you check your surroundings
Exactly.
for different things in the environment, rather it's danger, rather it's beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Which way to go, even doesn't matter. And you look at all these waves and vibrations, and it guides you. That shit guides them. That shit is. I was just watching an anime called Hell's Paradise, and they was talking about the energy around people, basically the energy within everything.
Mm-hmm.
They called it Taoism
Uh-huh.
or Tao. They called it.
How? Yeah, right.
I called it Taoism and shit like that. But that's basically a religion, but how they tie it in and stuff like that. That's how I know that all these different religions got some truth in there.
Mm.
But you got to be able to decipher that truth. You got to be able to utilize that truth that's in all these religions and take it and utilize it for yourself, for spirituality.
Right.
Because that's all this shit is, man. That's all this shit is fuel for us
What
and
about
for our spirit.
what about that? Well, a lot of religions are having the same directions, right? The same thing going on.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
about when, like, Taoism, Hinduism, Buddhism, if they're
Mm-hmm.
all on a level of experience to gain to another level by yourself? Like a guideline for each level that you are you emotional or mental,
Ooh.
physic, or whatever, spiritual. Sometimes you
Ooh.
need some guidelines to get to the next level.
I never even thought about that. That's fucking brilliant, man. That's brilliant because that's basically what they are. That's basically what they are.
Right.
Ladder, steps. You know what I mean? A lot of Christians don't know this, but their Jesus, he did that. He learned every religion. He learned them all, from mysticism to paganism, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He knew it
Right.
all of it. If I don't give a fuck if it was a magic spell, he knew it. He knew it. If if he was in Harry Potter's world, he would be better than Voldemort and Harry Potter combined.
Right.
And he's the best wizard ever. So I'm telling, call it how you see it, call it how you want. That motherfucker there was no joke, man.
No.
Demons feared that motherfucker. The devil himself had to be like, "Hey, yo, my boy, hey,
Let's make it
I
a little
can,
bit different. Let's
I
make
give
it a little bit
you this world for the, you know what I mean? Just please, man, just don't do what you need to do out here.
right.
Come on.
But how
I
many
mean,
people have basically that in life that they think everything is going to be all right? You know, I got my house and my car, my dog, and my kids and all this stuff. And now all of a sudden, or you lost your job, or the mortgage goes
mhm,
higher, uh, somebody has an accident in the family. There are always things happening. So you have to uh, think by yourself, wait a minute, where is the balance between yin and yang? In my emotional, in mental, physics,
mhm,
spiritual. You know, there's always a connection between those four. And when you screw
mhm.
up on one, when you don't have the right, let's say, balance,
Yeah.
you need to work on it. And sometimes you think you're working all right, but then all of a sudden, all of one of these others are gonna fucked up.
Facts, bro. It's a task to actually balance it all. It is.
Right.
And the main way though, for people to keep that balance though, is to get that cheat sheet. Use your spirit. You got that spirit, it's gonna balance you mentally. It's gonna make sure you don't fucking lose your mind logical. You know what I mean?
Right.
So once it balance that logic, it got to balance that emotion, so you don't get too mad and too angry at certain shit. Because it's a lot of shit out here that can fucking emotionally throw you off the edge. The attacking of the children type shit. You got to see that shit, and you really got to hold your motherfucking own to the appointed fucking time. So you got to ask that spirit, something that's been here before our bodies and is going to be here after our bodies. The spirit is the perfect thing to us as a human to lead us. A lot of us don't use. We're at a percentage of. I'm gonna give it under 5%. A lot of us don't use none of that. Like for real, I don't think I'm even using 1%.
Hmm.
That's how spiritually, I guess, weak we become. I feel like spiritual powers are the greatest thing to have. Like, way better than technology advancement. I understand that a lot of technology, if you advance enough, you can have portals, you can teleport. You know what I mean? You can manipulate DNA and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
But with spiritual powers, you can do all that and a lot safer and healthier and better because it's a spiritual thing. So you think about it and you try it in your spirit world first. It's it's way better. I'm just saying. I can't press it so you get it logically because it's not a complete logical thing. And I can't even explain it emotionally because it's not a complete emotional thing. It's a complete spiritual thing.
It's the
And
power
that's
within.
in a whole realm of itself. But go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. And you just mentioned a few seconds before chi. And if you see what
Yeah.
Shaolin monks can do, also with training,
Yeah.
holy shit, these guys
Bruh.
are just like tough. These are tough, but they're so
And they
balanced in food, in meditation, in training, that they can levitate, that they can walk on water. They can have tremendous pains, like a sword on your throat, and somebody's
mm-hmm,
pushing it like a spear with a sword, and
mm-hmm.
they just push it until the spear collapse. That's that's something that I wouldn't do that normally, you know, not on a Monday morning.
Enough facts. And they
But
practice this shit, man.
of course,
They do this shit like it's their life, man. And it becomes their life. And they show you it by
it,
breaking spear you trying to stab them with, and
Right.
walking on water, and bro, this shit is all real. They'll heal themselves. Some of the motherfuckers live to be hundreds of years old. They probably don't even tell us, man. They would not tell us. They will not tell us if them motherfuckers live to be about 200 years old.
True. True. And I'm
I just
thinking
don't understand
they say
how
this
they do it.
they say the sky is the limit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you take it down from the sky, there's more potential.
I'm trying to tell you. They tell us a lot, but they don't tell us the whole truth. We got to decipher, remember? So if they
Yeah, we
tell
gotta
us the
get
sky,
in conversation with each other and talk about basic stuff. Like, what do
yeah,
you think about esoteric things? What do you think about hermetic things? What do you think about, whatever the things you want to cover or want to talk about, and listening to the other. That's something that's I got a hearing disability, but it doesn't mean that I want to listen to someone what he says. And of course, that's
mm-hmm.
sometimes also a task, right?
Yeah,
I'm just human, just like everyone else. But the
yeah,
thing is, you need to adapt to the things that you're learning, and you
mm-hmm.
only can do that by looking and seeing, maybe reading, but reading
Mm,
doesn't mean that you can do it. It only is that you understand what they've been saying, so maybe you can do it
yeah,
performing, but
yeah,
you have to do it in real. And are you a guy like, if you went to work on, or when your dad wants to teach you how to, what's it called, when your bicycle tire was broke, that you have to
yeah,
see how he
yeah,
repaired it so you can do it the next
yeah,
time? Or will you read the
yeah,
book, or how do you do it, right?
yeah. Now, see, I kind of, me personally, I kind of grew up with both of that. Like, and I learned from both of it. Sometimes I had to see things to really comprehend and understand the meaning of what was happening. But sometimes me reading about it, it puts me in a trance almost. And I go back to these moments I felt
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know, it's weird. So I think of it as a spiritual thing, like all of it, some way, somehow. It all boils down to a spiritual thing. Any way you learn, any way you learn. If you have to learn through reading books, which leads me to this motherfucking book I just got. Yeah, I got the next one. It's
Right.
the part 2,
Oh,
Terra
wow.
Infinita, the detailed worlds, and the theory of the other
Oh,
domes.
the other domes. Where did you get
Yeah,
it? On
um,
Amazon?
yeah, on Amazon. I got it. I want to say about a month ago. Yeah, about a month ago, I ended up getting this book, and this talks about the other universes. So that is wild, and they give you a well more detailed, you know, details about the other worlds around us and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
So yeah,
I got to
it's like
purchase that. I think it's because I was flying to LA the other day, right? For the first time to
yeah,
America. It was an 11-hour flight. But then
ooh,
all of a sudden, in the middle of the day, so I left like
uh-huh,
11 o'clock in the morning in Los
okay,
Angeles, went to Las Vegas. I had over a stop, right? But
oh yeah,
we were
layover.
flying like in the middle of the night from
Yeah.
Las Vegas um, to Europe, right?
Okay, yeah, okay.
But the thing is, so you're quite long awake. You go in the middle of the night, like 12:30 at
Okay.
midnight. You fly to Europe. That's an 11-hour flight. So
Mm,
normally you would go to sleep on that time and then wake up, let's say 6 to 8 hours later, and you have
yeah.
3 hours that you are awake, and then the sun is there because you fly 9 hours into the future. quite say, you know, because we are 9
Basically,
hours ahead. But
yeah,
after, I think when the sun came up, they
yeah.
closed the windows. Something like, okay, we're now gonna
Hmm.
what's it called? Artificial show you that now you gotta sleep, right? So everybody went to sleep
Uh,
also because it's gonna be dark. You got your melatonin making and stuff like that. Because
yeah.
when your eyes see the sun, they have a
It's gonna
different
sleep to
chemical
get up.
reaction in your brain than when they see everything is gonna be dimmed, right? So
Yeah,
I was thinking to myself, maybe that's how they first of all create jet lags.
that's how they do it, man. They already pumping the airplane and pressurizing the airplane.
Right?
What do you think they pressurizing it for? To fuck with our man, they fuck with our senses from when we're born to when we die, man.
Right.
They do this, and they do this in the subtlest ways possible.
And the funniest
What
thing is,
what
you
drops down? Hold on, wait. What
yeah,
drops down when the plane is in some type of panic? A little mask, right?
right,
That you
with
gotta
happy shit.
breathe. Yeah. Okay. All right. I rest my case. But go ahead. Go
Yeah, but
ahead.
that I was thinking about that because it's so high tech. You know, you got your seat, you got in front of you, you got
Mhm.
this little like an iPad device. You can have
A little screen in front of
multiple.
you and
Yeah,
everything.
you can see movies and stuff like that on your own. You can
Huh?
swipe it for yourself, right? You got USB ports to load up your telephone, all that fucking stuff.
All the shit. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you get the meal in the plane, I think
That little plastic shit.
it's like
Mhm.
it's shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, when I ate my first time the pasta, I thought to myself, Rob, if you want to go to the toilet with 350 people on board with 4 toilets, you got to do it now, or maybe 6 toilets with 315 people. I was thinking
Yeah.
pasta is, you know, fat. It's all stuff that I don't eat normally. Uh,
Hmm.
Went to the toilet, and when I got off the toilet, there were like 10 people waiting in line
Yeah.
because it's not tasty. It's I don't know what the fuck it is. And
It's not real food. It ain't real. Most of our shit that we get from the
isn't real.
supermarket, it's not real food, man. They fucked up.
Everything.
Like they fucked up so much in this environment, man. This domed environment we call Earth. They fucked up so much in it, man. I even I even dread planting things. Like for real, it's beautiful to see. No lie, don't get me wrong, man. Because I'll see the beauty in everything, even the shit that they try to taint.
Mhm.
That's the only reason I can still eat. But they have tainted so much shit in this plane. The only way you're gonna see beauty and true beauty and shit is spiritual, man. You got to get that spiritual eye, that third eye open, and you got to see through it because it's gonna fuck you up, man. It's gonna fuck you up. I don't give a fuck if it's a fruit. You can be vegan. That's fine. They fuck up the fruits and vegetables too.
Of
Oh,
course.
you growing it on your own soil? That's fine. It's in our fucking air. Oh,
Yeah.
you making your own air? That's fine. They fuck up our water. Oh, you making your own water? That's fine. You're encountered with me now. A motherfucker who ain't had none of that shit, but who still got to survive and live. You
Hmm.
continue to do your good shit. I might have to suffer with this bad shit, but I'm gonna be okay. I'm straight. My spirit's strong as ever. You know what I mean? This body might go. Guess what? My spirit won't. My spirit's still gonna do what it gotta do. I don't
Thank
give a
you.
fucking.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
no.
Amen to
What it
that,
have to
man.
do. Yeah, that's
But
what
it's
happens,
also
man.
the way you look at stuff. If you eat bad
Yeah,
food, but you don't think about it and you think that you put nutrition in your body, that's also
yeah.
the same power as when you eat healthy food and you think you're gonna be sick. If
Thank
your
you.
mind is so powerful. And
They
if you
don't
see
know.
that, like the Shaolin monks, it's not like they say, okay, you only have to be Chinese and put yourself in an orange robe to be that one. I think
No,
everyone
their
can
mindset.
do that, but not everybody's going to perform the tests. So you're going to be
That's
late behind, and you can't be to the higher level as they are. But that's with everything. It's
with
with football clubs,
everything.
it's with tennis clubs, it's with the whatever fucking club you're in. You know,
Fact.
you have to graduate to a next level to be better or to have the basics done.
Yes, yes. And that's all it's about, man. Graduating to that next level, taking that next step. People really panic. People are panicked to a point that they'll start digressing. So you was going up the steps, and now you feel like, well, shit, I know the steps back there. Let me go back down. What? Why? Why would you go backwards, man? Just go forward. Just go forward. Go up. Keep going up. I don't give a fuck if your staircase lead down. Keep going down. I don't give a fuck. Mine could
Right.
be mine could be going down. I
Sometimes you
don't care.
need that.
You do. Sometimes you do. I feel like it's a completion thing. You know what I mean? It's a yin and yang thing. You got to go up and you got to go down. But the thing is having that same mindset of keep going forward. You know what I mean? You go backwards. That's reversing. I don't think the only thing you get to reverse is reverse engineer some shit. I don't know. Other than
Right? Yeah. Yeah. You can stand still, but never go down. Right?
For real. For
You gotta,
real.
you gotta sometimes think about the process that you made or the journey that you did,
That's a fact.
and the
That's
steps
a
that you've
fact.
been taking, and something
Yeah, that's a fact.
yeah, you gotta need a platform sometimes to think about it and how
Yeah.
to plan the trip for next, to get to the next level. But you're not
Yeah,
going and get back. You've been there. It's done.
yeah.
It's
That's a needed break. That's a needed recharge. That's a needed
great reset.
reflection. Yeah, that ass, man. For real, man. That's needed, man. Just so you can keep going for it. You know what I mean? Make a little snack while you're there. But shoot, meal or two. That's good. That's
Right.
good. Definitely
I
take them breaks, y'all.
But you have to make your own decision. You always have a choice to move ahead on the path. And I don't
That's a
like
fact.
if we talked about like religions and politicals and the Great Reset from Klaus Schwab and WEF and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like it when they tell me what to do because I'm not a bad person. And
That's a
if I
fact.
am, I think probably my people that surround me would say, "Hey, you screwed up, or you are disrespecting, or whatever," right? So I
They would
can
have
work
told
on
you
that.
already.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
not like, "Oh no, you can't talk about this, and you can't do that," and you no. Wait, when it's feel good, when I have the choice to make it bad, that's a different thing. That's duality in it.
Yeah. 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 And to be honest, man, that's the perception part, you know what I mean? But it'd be a reason why a good person did do something people I just don't understand why he did it. I do. I be understanding it because it's only so much a motherfucker can take. That's why they be needing that balance. You know what I
Right.
mean? They
It's
don't
like,
have that balance. It's a pressure cooker. It'll blow. And that's what be happening, man.
it's like
That
having your
balance.
driver's license, always
Mm-hmm.
drive nicely, but sometimes you just have to full fucking throttle and just like fuck everything. I need to if you do it in a neighborhood like when you're 20 miles or whatever it is in America allowed, and you do that with 80, when it doesn't go wrong,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? You're not
Yeah.
gonna choose to harm others. But
That's a
of course
fact.
it can. But if you do it on a
Yeah.
highway, and it's only allowed like 90 miles or whatever, and you think like, oh, but my car goes like 160, and sometimes you just have the good music on. And it's not that you are
And
disrespecting the law and stuff like that, but you just have to like, you know what? Why not?
Man, you got 160 miles and y'all know if it can go 160 and y'all telling me I can only do 90, let me see.
Right.
For real though, a lot of that shit is minute. I understand that it can save lives, but they put shit like seatbelts in vehicles, and seatbelts have killed people.
Right.
So you gotta really use your, your spirit. You gotta use your own judgment, your own gut, your own instincts. Your instincts tell you to go fast sometime. That might be the adrenaline you need to fucking see. Otherwise, it might be trying to tell your ass to get up out of here. I don't really know. I'm also a conspiracy theorist of like a lot of these people they said die in car accidents. I don't know if they really die in car accidents. I
Right.
look at these people as being taken away. I don't know. Death is something I still like to disagree with people with. I
Mm.
do it all the time. I don't even know why you crying. Nigga, they're dead. That's why. How you know that? They body right here. I don't think that's theirs. I'm an asshole like that. So
Right.
I just want them to think and just think of shit like, nigga, that energy that they had is still around. It's
Right.
in us.
The
Mm-hmm.
vessel dies. Right.
Yeah, that
It's not the
body. Yeah,
principle of the human that you encounter, the frequency that what's it's the same
facts.
thing when you think about people that passed away. Just like a
Yeah.
good feeling with friends, talking about someone that you lost, you got this
Mm-hmm.
this hard feeling because it's there. It's in your biggest battery in life, the frequency that you
And
have, like the 6 feet away that you have to do sometimes in some
that be
situations.
and
You
that be
feel it.
them. That really be them. And they don't be knowing that shit. They think it's something else. I don't know. But that's the source, man. We're
It's
all
the
part of the
ending of
source.
something, but it's the beginning of
Mm.
something new. It's like a tree that's in a
Exactly.
forest that break down because storm or stuff like that. But
That's
after a
something,
few
man.
weeks, you see new life on the tree. That's the
It's
story
that
of life, man. That's why I want to.
yeah.
I don't want to be cremated. I want to be put in the ground in the soil so I can be spread all over the universe.
Now
Because
that's the fact.
first of all, the worms and stuff like that are going to eat me. Then the birds that there are like other particles. The birds are going to the sky, poop me out, whatever. I'm going to be scattered in Scandinavia and in Russia, whatever, where they're going to shit. But these
Bro, once
birds
you
have been taken out
once you
also.
part of the soil, yeah, once you part of the soil though, man,
Right.
it's an ecosystem that's so big, man. You spread all over the continents, man. You
Yeah.
everywhere, man.
Right.
They travel everywhere. That's why I'm a tree hugger. Nigga,
Yeah,
I be
man.
hugging. I go up a tree, I touch that tree, I touch my heart, and we gonna say some shit and we gonna connect. It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Being part of
Because
yeah.
because it's all. I think that's what the only thing that science has good is that they say there are so many universes as sand. What's it called? Sand on Earth. That's
Yeah,
huge.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Kansas is not. It's unbelievable. You can't put a number on that. Well, I think
That's a
that
fact. That's
they are
a
right with that because everything, every bird, every plant, every forest, every whatever that has a vibration,
mm-hmm.
which is not man-made,
Mm-hmm.
that will be always connected to everything.
That's a fact. That's a fact. They all sends out. They all everything. Bro, I don't give a fuck if it's a rock, man. It has some type of energy about it that can be beneficial to us. It can
Mm,
be beneficial to us. The main reason it can be beneficial to us is because it has an energy that can be utilized. And that's it. It can be utilized. A lot of these motherfuckers want to really, I want to say they want to take the understanding of things and pervert it so we don't know the meaning of a lot of this shit. So once we actually find out the meaning of a lot of this shit, we might think it's a fucking lie.
Well, they say it's misinformation. Anyway, if
Mm-hmm.
you find things out nowadays, you're going to spread the truth. Well, misinformation. Even on my
That's a fact.
videos on YouTube that says like Wikipedia. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Bring up something better.
Yeah.
But Wikipedia says, well, flat earth is like
A cake way of, yeah, man.
yeah.
Take some assholes, man.
Right.
Take some assholes for that shit. But
Yeah.
it boils down to the people thinking critically, man. You don't think critically, you really don't deserve a lot of good shit, man. And that sucks. It sucks because I really feel like if everybody had a good shot, there are good things that happen to them, but they've proved me to be wrong with that.
Right.
So it all boils down to these people's spirits, man. Is you gonna let your spirit lead? You gonna feel like, yo, I'm smarter than that. I don't know how the fuck a motherfucker think they smarter than something immortal, but I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. You go ahead. This thing can beat a vampire out, but you feel like you smarter than it. Okay.
Well, I think they put away so much of that what's been said about the truth, right? So,
Yeah.
so let's say, okay, conspiracy, blah blah. I'm a critical thinker, but a lot of critical thinkers like 30 years ago that said some stuff, not everything, but
Mm,
like 80%, maybe
yeah.
90% of all what they said, people were putting into mental institutions in the old days for saying stuff like aliens and stuff like that. Now they see it on the
Yeah.
news that we can expect an alien invasion. I hope you're
That's a
going to be
fact.
just like Mars attacks, that they come down and shoot us all. Well, they
Mm-hmm.
can, but when it should happen, you're like, ka, 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 ka.
Yeah. That
But
they when they
go ahead.
in fact, the funny thing though, even if they do that shit though, and the people that believe and the people that don't believe, because nigga like me, I'm not gonna believe it. I'm gonna feel like them aliens are with them. I'm gonna be like, y'all niggas with them. Don't play us. Don't play
Right.
me at least. I'm not here for that shit. Y'all know what I'm here for. But I do want people to realize that it's aliens on their side. They've been on their side for a long time, and they're gonna be on their side for a long time.
Right.
It's some aliens on our side. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be on our side for a long time. But an alien ain't nobody but another extraterrestrial, another
Right.
another
Another
land.
race of humans, or maybe another creation of nature, as we
Yeah.
discover every single day in science when you go to Belize or when you go to the ocean floor. Oh, that's a new animal. Well, what about that? There are more creatures more advanced as us because we're arrogant, thinking that we are humans, we are Homo sapiens, and we developed the brain and we can look at the screen and we can do stuff. Well, it makes us more stupid than ever. But
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, if you see the world around you, you see what every single thing in nature, and a thing is the wrong thing to say. Like
Mm-hmm.
every creation of nature has its
Yeah.
purpose or has its um, ability to survive.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
are people that could, but we need shelter, we need food. But an animal hasn't emotions or things like, oh my god, that bunny fucked that bunny, and now I'm out of that relationship and I want to fuck
Yeah.
it. No.
Yeah.
Or a lion
Nah,
thinks
you
like, oh shit, has this antelope had the good food, so I'm not gonna be, have bad teeth afterwards when I eat it. They don't think about it,
mm,
right?
nah. And you know why? Because they have conditioned us. They have programmed us to worry about things that's not spiritual. physical things, of material world things.
Earthly
So
things.
when you come across a motherfucker that has a good advancement in things of the material world, that motherfucker is going to rule over us. And that's all that's been happening. Like this book, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, this book right here, especially the detailed worlds, god damn, man, we ain't there yet. Yeah,
but
we
how
not
did
there yet,
he?
even a little bit.
How
Yeah,
did he
if you
wrote the
worried
story?
about cheating, if you worried about what'd you say?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. The book,
Yeah.
Terra Infinita. What was the writer's intention and perspective? How did he come along with the book? Do you know that?
Yeah, it got a story of that in there too. It got the story of that in there. And how I can only, you already know how I'm explaining it, bro. That's all our prayers, all our hard work culminated into that. It all boils down to us needing a little bit more proof, a little bit more reassurance of like shit that's about to happen and shit that's about to go down. You know what I mean? And that's all it is.
Don't you think that if you look like the flight from me to LA, you have been to Europe?
I wish. Oh
Okay,
my God,
but it's a
that's
different.
coming.
It's a
It's coming.
different world. Just like they say in Terra Infinita, it's a different world. You enter a different dimension, other people, other atmosphere. Everything is
The
different.
fact.
So
That's a fact.
and it's really strange because you're flying in a tube, and when they spray, when they spray the sky, no matter what they're gonna spray in the cabin to make you feel comfortable and to not to freak the fuck out when you're flying 11 hours, like 10,000 no 10 kilometers high, like 8 miles high, with
Pretty much.
800 kilometers an hour, like like
Pretty
600
much.
miles. You don't have to freak out because everybody's just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then you go to an airport, a port, an airport. Okay, so it's a portal in the air.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Preach,
Oh.
man. Preach. It's really crazy though. It's really crazy though. Because even in the aeroplane, these individuals, even us, before we really start to question everything, don't take it into consideration that it's so many worlds around us. Why not get to know your own?
Right.
Why not be a master of your own? Why the fuck are we really actually going to work and not doing? No, like it got to come to a point when all of us start to really think, and we're like, nigga, we all need to start telling our jobs and telling shit like, no, we gonna have time for us a little bit more, and you're gonna pay for it still. I don't give a fuck how you feel.
Yeah, right. That's a good.
Um,
That's a good part of it. That's
yeah, right. Because I need to get more spiritually inclined. Like, and if they said some shit like, I don't think we could slap the fuck out their ass and not be penalized for it. Like that's the shit that really need to motherfucking go down. Because the more we get spiritually acclimated and spiritually inclined, the more power we are going to have and realize that we have. They don't want us to realize how much power we have when it comes to the spiritual life and the spiritual world. Like we can make shit happen. I'm going to be able to stop this manipulation that they're doing to the weather. Like they're doing hard weapons and shit like that. I'm training my spirit to stop shit like that.
Right.
Anytime I can. They be like, what the motherfucker am I doing? I could be rolling the blunt, meditating. That's all I'm trying to do. Reprogram shit.
Right.
Rethink shit. I don't have the mindset that I used to have. I meditate on terrorists. I don't give a fuck if it is gonna make them afraid. They're not my fucking comrades.
Right.
They're my enemies. I want them to be afraid. But no, I'm gonna exact that shit out just how my spirit say, because my spirit wants to reign supreme. Like all our spirits. All our spirits want to do is connect. That's it.
Yeah.
It wants to unite. It wants to become one and strong. It wants to become one with the source. That's our main goal. That's our main objective.
Yeah.
Becoming one with the source. That's what we want. That's all. Everything else.
It's like I'm just picturing this. It's like when you see the prairie on like Kruger Park in Africa. You see the lions, you know, these are the predators. And you see the gazelles and you see the crocodiles, the whatever they are walked, you know, the big five. But everything has a purpose on that piece of land. And some of the plants give you the food for that animal, but some animals can't eat that plant. So you got this survival of fittest on a balanced way, right?
That circle of life shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And as a tiger, you can get frustrated to go to your prey because you won't get it, right? So you have to, you know, sometimes what we are doing now, Michael, on the spiritual way, just like, okay, I'm going to hold down a little bit. I'm going to see what they're going to up to. Oh, when I'm going to think there's a problem, it could be that. So I'm going to take that out. No, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to, though. You got to.
Yeah.
One thing you were saying, too, I kind of notice even in certain little pictures that's painted, I tend to notice certain shit. And I notice even in that picture of the Serengeti type shit and all the different levels of predators and stuff like that, I notice how the grass sometimes look like one. And it looks like a fucking sea sometimes. And you can still see the lion in that sea. And you can still see individual blades of grass every now and then.
Right.
I don't even know why that stood out so much. But the blades of grass kind of reminded me, I guess, of our different souls. But even with different souls, when you look at that shit as a whole, it's pretty much the spirit.
Right.
God damn. See how I try to entwine everything with the spirit? That's because I really try to lead with the spirit, man. And it's imperative that people, especially in this realm of manipulation, that we got to use the spirit. That's our trump card. We can't lose with it. We can't lose when we use our spirit. It's impossible to lose.
I 100% agree. When we connect with each other on the right spirit, because you can say, oh, I'm the answer you give or the way of life that you have, I convict that. Well, that's different kind of story. But if you let that loose, whatever background, religion, political opinion someone has, but look into the real, what's your deepest desire?
Yeah.
Just peace, freedom, and love, man.
That's the spirit. That's really the spirit. When people people have a tendency to go with agendas. And that agenda will taint your soul. It's not going to taint your spirit because your spirit, like I said, man, people tend to try to battle against their spirit. It's a failure. Your spirit gonna always win, man. Even when you lose, your spirit is going to win. And the prime example I'm gonna give to that is like a person not truly listening to their spirit would really they really don't see the I want to say they really don't see the come on spirit should tell them you don't gotta sugarcoat it. They don't really see their error.
Hmm.
When they using the spirit, you're gonna see everything. You're gonna see all the perspectives because the spirit is it's been down every path
Hmm.
that you can possibly go on. It's seen every choice that you have possibly made and you could possibly make, but it wants you to get on the path that's going to strengthen it.
Hmm.
Half the time, and especially in this society, people want to tend to weaken it. So they tend to go to the path that it already knows is going to get weak on that path. So it's telling you, hey, I get stronger on that path over there. Oh, okay. So you want to go down there? All right. It's not here to argue with you. It's only here to show you that, nigga, if you go down my path, I'll be stronger, and technically we'll all be stronger.
Right.
But if you go down the path of your mind and your heart, you're going to fall.
Hmm.
That's it. That's really it. That's all. That's the deep secret. You go against your spirit, you're going to fall.
Absolutely.
That's what we be doing, man.
But I think a lot of things been here to trick us to follow that spirit, right? But one of the biggest things is, I think, religion.
Yeah,
The thing
yeah.
that's
That's
connected to
what
the
it's here
spirit,
for.
the thing that's connected to the spirit is perverted and screwed up by
That's a fact.
modern commerce. Because I think that the church is one of the first like franchise
That's a fact.
corporations in the world, right?
Bro, that's a fact. Let me give y'all a little history lesson. And I ain't even, to be honest, I really don't even know if it's super duper true just because these niggas so wicked and perverted. But if it is true, Rodrigo Borgia, one of the most evil men in the world, is the reason why the church so fucking corrupted.
Hmm.
And his son Cesare Borgia. Them sons of bitches end up being the family that the Rothschilds are, and them sons of bitches are basically leaders of Illuminati and
Right.
a lot of sadistic, evil shit, man. It really seeds of Satan, if you ask me. If you ask me, them real life seeds of Satan. The fucking eat them and all that shit. But I still, to this day, know that they got a purpose,
Mm-hmm.
and their purpose is going to be fucking being our slave, man. They gotta be slaves. They too rich not to. They're trillionaires. You don't just become a trillionaire overnight. You got to
No.
become a trillionaire. To become a trillionaire, you must first own banks. You hear me? And they
Yep.
own the banking system. Okay? They're the reasons why Hitler wanted to fucking cause a world war. Like, I gotta get rid of them. That's his mindset.
Right.
Gotta get rid of them motherfuckers. The bankers, them Rothschild sons of bitches. We gotta get them out. We gotta take them out. Nigga, how we gonna take? Nigga, they got alien help to take these niggas out.
Hmm.
Do you understand how powerful you have to fucking be to get aliens?
Right.
to help you dethrone somebody, and it still failed.
Right.
He still failed. Hitler still failed. That's the crazy thing. He had help from fucking extraterrestrials and still failed. Not no slouch ass extraterrestrials, some fucking reptile extraterrestrials. You hear me? Very intelligent. These reptiles not stupid. They're smart. They got cloning devices. They got, cloning machines. They got masking machines and to make them look like us.
Right.
They're really big motherfuckers. They're huge.
They wanted to save the world.
Bro, listen. In that book too, they tell you like even they got creatures that are fucking fish type hominoids. Right. And they're fucking so super advanced in technology. You wouldn't believe it. Bro, they are up there. Our technology is nothing compared to the shit that they're doing. So
it reminds me of the tablets I saw from Mesopotamian times, that you see these gods in their fish suit. That's, I think, why the Vatican and stuff, like bishops and stuff, they have also this I don't know what's it called, this hat,
like a helmet or something,
right?
Yeah, funny thing is, they were probably really fucking half man and half fish people. And they're trying to twist it off and say they were probably the astronauts of the time and have the helmet on. No, nigga, they were really fish people. Like, what's crazy is in this book, in different domes, now they have made contact with these people, and these motherfuckers have let them know they have been here, in these lands.
And if you see that if you see that 3/4 of the world is ocean, Atlantis could be a story about falling, like a city falling into the sea. That nowadays also is, accepted by science. Like, the land dried a little bit up. There was no sea, and all of a sudden we see a complete city living there. So what if these are real?
No. Let me tell you this. It is, but not only that. What if there are ways you can teleport a whole place, or use the water to teleport a whole place?
Right.
Oh, you think the city drowned in the sea? Oh, that city left in the sea. How about that? That shit just, whoop, I'm out of here. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I'll catch you the fuck later.
And water is a conductor.
Bro, it is. It is. People, I'm here to spark everybody's little antennas. I'm here to get everybody to phone home. I want y'all to contact the source. I want everybody to contact the source. That's what I'm here for. I'm what the Bible calls is one of the witness. One of them. They said we're going to have certain powers, man. I'm going to be able to control the weather. I'm going to be able to fucking kill people too eventually. But I'm going to wait. I just ain't going to be killing people for the hell of it. I'm only going to kill people that need to be motherfucking killed. If you think your job is more important, you better have a good ass job. That's all I'm saying. Because I got a good job. I love my job. I just don't probably like the pay amount, but I love my job.
Right.
I've been doing this shit before I was getting paid. I just was like, nigga, I probably should get paid for it. So I started getting paid for it. Thing is, like I said, I don't make enough for it, but I don't give a fuck about a lot of shit. Not a lot of shit. Not a lot of sugar. Not a lot of honey. Not a lot of ice or tea. I'm just saying. I
love honey. I love the real honey. I eat every day, the real raw honey.
We got to.
It's the only
That's just
food in the
important.
world that never expires.
That's a fact.
And it's
That's a fucking
gold. It's
fact.
liquid
And
gold.
and
Oh,
you know, that's exactly why bees are so fucking important. And them
oh yeah.
motherfuckers are healers. Them
But
motherfuckers are healers.
there's a big problem here in the Netherlands because the guy that has the bees here, he had
Mm.
more than 50% of his what's it called? Bee, like the beehive was
Yeah.
was
His,
dying last year. So he
his
went to this
stock was fuck.
conference about
Uh-huh.
a lot of people that have bees, and some of them saw them drop more than 50%. That's a big fucking problem, guys.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a big fucking problem.
What are they saying that's going on? Why are they
Well,
what the fuck is happening?
spraying the skies is one of the biggest issues because you got all these chemicals in the air. But the thing is, if there are no bees around, there are no plants that could be fertilized.
Pollinating, bro.
Yeah,
Bro, that's a real attack, man. That's a fucking attack, man.
yeah. And
I ain't
it's
know
a
that
really
shit.
big problem.
I didn't know that shit, but I felt it. I felt that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I've never been stung by a bee. I've never been
Me
stung by a
accidentally
bee.
because I was stupid.
Well, that's what happens. Shit, that's what happens. I'm not being stupid with the motherfuckers. They have been stupid with me, but I don't kill them unless I got to.
Right, right.
Hate that
I,
I have, but shit, man. Hmm.
and they're
Spiders is
godlike.
another thing. I just now started to get over. I damn near had arachnophobia. I had to fucking fight that shit off because it's
Right.
always the mind thing, man. We put these shits in our mind and we go and we run with it.
But
We are our own worst enemy.
with every spider, also the little ones.
It was damn near every spider, but
Mm,
it was almost it was I don't know if they surprise me. That's a it was always the negative.
these are motherfuckers
If
on
they
8 legs that
jump,
look at you just like this.
if they jump like the jumping spider, that shit used to kind of irk me. But bro, I really had to stop it all. Like I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know what like implanted that shit in
Mm-hmm.
me, but I know the spirit had to really come over me and tell me like, "Yo, bro, you got to chill with that shit.
Right.
You can't be letting those spiders, nigga." So I mean, as of right now, nigga, I might use a piece of paper to help me out with them, but I don't kill them. I pick them up and put them somewhere else.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's what I do too. But
They
I have to
carry
be
too
honest with
much.
you. We do not have any dangerous spiders here in the Netherlands. But the thing
That's
is,
good.
there are no. I think there are no dangerous species. Maybe the wolf that comes along sometimes, or a fox when you get bitten by. Well, you could be bitten by a fucking dog, being killed by a dog, which is
That's a
just in
fact.
normal people's homes. So I think that's the most dangerous animal in the Netherlands. It's not like the cows and the birds and the bees and the squirrels. You know, they're not going to kill you. But a cat could fuck
See,
you up too, right? But we don't have
yeah,
that kind of.
yeah,
But it's something like it's been there and it's been there for a reason. So I got little
yeah.
spiders and big spiders around my house because sometimes, of course, sometimes I clean. But when I see one, I think, oh yeah, I had some mosquitoes last night. Have a good dinner.
Yo, and that's what I started to do too. I'll feed if the spider is in a nice convenient spot, he's staying with it. I'm not getting rid of, but if he's in an inconvenient spot, you gotta move.
You're
That's the
right.
only time I'm gonna move my spiders. That's the only time. Otherwise, you're staying there. Yeah,
But that's the
yeah.
thing. You don't
I
have
like
to
being
kill
moved.
them. You just put them on a paper, put them outside or whatever, and
Yep,
that's it. You know, have a good life. I
yep,
had that with mice. I'm in a trailer right now recording. And
yeah,
last winter, I had some, I hear some rattling in the night.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that? I'm deaf, but I feel the frequency, right?
Vibration. Yep,
Right, right. So
yep. No feeling.
I had to stuff every single little spot in my caravan because and you gotta be figuring out because you're sitting in your room and all of a sudden you know something is moving, but you think I'm gonna get crazy. No, 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 100%. And then you see it again. Oh, it's a mice, right? But first of all, you think like, oh, what have I been smoking, man? But then
Yo,
you got this game going like cat and mouse, like Tom and Jerry,
yo, that's a
because you got to
fact.
figure out where she's coming from, and I
The
gotta fix
pinpoint.
that spot. But then all of a sudden she
Ooh.
pops out on the other way, so you have to be careful what you lay around. But and I had some traps, but these trapped the mice with some nuts and some peanut butter, I think it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
go for that, and then you caught them like alive. I put them in my
yeah.
car. I had to drive like 20 miles, 30 miles, because 5 miles, a mice
They'll
comes
still
home.
remember.
She comes
Yeah,
home.
they'll still remember. They'll definitely remember, and they'll remember how they got in,
So,
where they got in.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like it's their front door.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
I live in New York. They got rats and mice. I had pet mice growing up and shit like that, but I've also liked snakes. So
Mm,
I've seen a snake tear a fucking mouse up. Like, oh shit. I like that type of shit and I understand it. You know what I mean? It's a cycle.
mm.
It's a cycle. Even
Right.
for a person to eat different meats and stuff like that, I still do. I'm not gonna fucking just get that shit up, even if it's healthy or not healthy.
Right.
Bro,
I,
they killing me enough. What the fuck I look like just trying to live the most healthiest life I'm gonna take a shot or two every now and then.
mm,
Just for the people I've met, for the people that have bestowed upon me their energy. That's why the fuck I'm so energetic most of the time. All the people that fucking met me and left their imprint on me, yeah, I'm gonna be a fucking energetic soul for the rest of my life. You
right.
know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
nothing I can do. So when anybody that encounter me, that energy imprinted on you now, man. Sorry, but you know what I mean? Y'all, y'all hear this on here?
Thank
Y'all
God.
fuck. Y'all own it. Y'all hear that? That's a high vibration y'all hear.
But
You know
that's
what
the
I mean?
thing when you come across people like you, and when you come across people with this higher form of energy, you just feel like,
Yeah,
oh wow, I want to be on that. Or how did he do it? Right.
that's what
So
they should be.
and
Those are the
there,
questions they should be asking.
yeah, and then you gotta drop some seeds because you can't change everyone. Everyone has to change itself. That's a different story, you know.
And that's all you got to be. You got to be a farmer here, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a witness, I got to plant seeds. I got to because those seeds were planted in me growing up.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It helped me cope with a lot of the shit that I had to cope with. You know what I mean? It just wasn't all always so plain and so clear. It's some shit I had to work on. I was a Christian. If I'm 38 right now, I was a Christian damn near 20 years, if not more. Like, at least in my mind, I had a mindset of I'm a, a non-denomination Christian. You know what I mean? And we called it Pentecostal. That's how we looked at it. But it's still a religion. And when I look at all the Bibles I've read, and even in their different interpretations, that man Jesus and them disciples and a lot of people in that Bible never called themselves Christians.
Hmm.
Never, ever.
Oh, that's fascinating.
They never said I'm a Christian.
No, I
No, they
think
don't
the
say that.
purpose is
We think.
I think the purpose is to read the stories and to implement it to your own story that you're going through.
That's
It's
a
a,
fact.
it's like it's like a cookbook. You know how to cook, but
It's,
sometimes you want
it's,
to do a different recipe, or you just have other ingredients, so you have to make a different recipe. And the
that's a
book is
fact.
showing you what you could make out of it,
It's
or how
man,
they dealt with it. You know.
that's a fact because that Bible is information. It's information we need in this land. In this land, we need all that information in that Bible, and we can utilize it to the best of our ability. And that's what the preachers be doing. They be using that shit for their abilities. That the problem is we don't realize that nigga their ability is that trait that's going around. Nigga, you pass that trait my way, you better hope I don't see no big bills in that bitch. I'm gonna take it, motherfucker. Thank you. Don't pass that trait this way.
Right.
That's the 100. Let me take that motherfucker. Thank you, Lord. Here you go. Did you
Right.
just take something out of here? Mind your business, lady. Punch you in this. I'll punch you right in the eyes of the Lord. I'll punch you right. The Lord was right here next to you. I still punch you. I don't give a fuck in that church. But no, man.
The biggest church there is what we're doing right now. Have a conversation about our experiences, about our things that we think to know, about our own plausible truths, and about different topics. You know, it's not only about this or that. It's about perception of life. Just going back to the Serengeti, you know, we look at the Serengeti and we see that all unfolding with the flora and the fauna, but we can't survive there. We will be probably eaten, right? Because
if not eating, the sun go beat on us and we'll die of fucking starvation.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? We got to eat some shit there too. Nigga, they going to see us eating. We going to be eating.
So we're looking very fascinated at that ecosystem, right? But what about when there was a TV that could show animals how we live? They would have a comedy show like, what are they doing? They're going to be stacked up in flats, in buildings, in little, you know, I think they would say that the ones that are living with nature, like farmers and stuff like that, oh, they're close to what we are. You know, they harvest the land, they know what's right, they know what's wrong with planting the seeds and stuff like that. What goes, what doesn't.
They will be the leaders. They will look at them as the leaders. They will look at us as the ants, the workers.
Yeah.
Like for real. They will look at us like, damn, they really living like ants out there. They even got little ant cars. They'll probably look at us like they
right. It's like, you know, if there is a cattle of cows in the Serengeti, then you're going to domestic them.
Yeah.
Right? You take a part of an ecological system like the humans, and you're gonna put them in your way. You create them in your way. You clay them in your way, so that's gonna be like, okay, they're not aware where they live, how they live, and they don't question it. But they're not close to life. I think when someone is, I pointed out, I think in one of the podcasts, I was talking to Snake about it also. I want to make, I have a beautiful, I think, beautiful idea for a movie. Like 7 people with several religions and several backgrounds and experiences in life. They're going to be in a plane crash. They survive, right? But now it comes. The Muslim would say, I don't eat any non-kosher food, just like a Jewish guy would say, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But if you have to survive on a remote desert, what's it called? No, like a remote location, and you're fed in with all these 7 belief systems that normally have some issues with each other. Not always, but you know, they disagree and agree about stuff.
It's always something we disagree on.
But would you, as a Jewish guy and as a Muslim, when you come across a pig, and it turns out that there are only pigs on the island, would you eat them to survive, or wouldn't you?
Bro, I'm gonna fuck that pig up. You, you hear me? And that comes from a person that don't eat pork. I
Bacon
don't
in the
eat pork,
morning.
but I'll be
Pulled pork.
fucking exactly. Bacon in the morning, ham sandwiches. Nigga, what? Bro.
I don't eat
And
it
I
that much.
would,
It maybe
and
once or
me
twice in a
personally,
month.
you're right. And me personally, I would say not only would that be like a test of my faith, I would do it just because I'll be like, all that time I spent not eating pork and just protect my stomach because I'm
Right.
about to lift it up. I'm telling you.
But the
I'm
other
telling
thing,
you right now.
the other thing is the moral of the movie will be what would survive your religion or your survival skills with people with completely different backgrounds and religions that you have to let loose to survive, and you connect to people in the way that you should connect right now, because we're preaching the fucking church right now.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you have several religions, they all have like a building or a place to go, or even if it's a mat like praying to Mecca. So, but what would happen to these people with these religions when they figure out that you have to let go religion, you have to let go of
Yep.
belief system, because you have different backgrounds and different belief systems, right? Indoctrination and stuff like that. But you
Yep.
only can survive when you let everything that we have now in life, like a settled basis of survival between hooks,
Fact.
you have to let that go to survive.
To survive. That's a fact. That's a fact.
So
And
everyone
they
who's
don't get
listening, if you know Tarantino, or because I love Tarantino,
I
uh,
do too.
or whatever film director that could make a movie out of it. I want to be the creative director. That's it. I want to have my part. But that would be tremendous movie for mankind. It's not like a stupid Hollywood movie where you can see shit that has a moral something, that has a message, but it's not like like the deep dive of psychology of human beings, how to survive in an environment when you have to let loose your belief systems, your political belief, whatever.
Yeah. That would be a great message, man. I want to be in that movie. God damn it. Shit. If they get
Oh,
that movie, I might have to
we need
try out
seven
for that
people.
motherfucker.
We need seven.
Yeah.
I can play a part. You can play a part, right?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
Right?
fact. I don't give a fuck what religion they stick me with, nigga. I roll with it.
Play the role, right?
I'll be a black Muslim. I'll be a black Christian. I'll be a black Buddhist if I had to. I
Right.
don't give a fuck. I'm already bored. What up? Well, I'm talking.
Look at
That should
that.
have
I
been
mean,
awesome. I like that. That should have been
right?
awesome, man. Oh man,
Yeah, I got that
that
idea
should
a
have
little
been
bit
awesome.
like half a year now, but that would be so, because when you develop that movie, there are so many
Mhm.
things that you have to be where you're going to notice of and have to be
Yeah,
aware of, and there would
yeah,
be no reason to say no to whatever topic, just like we do on a podcast, right? You gotta speak about everything. If it's the
that's a
truth,
fact.
it doesn't matter. It's for their own
That's a
perspective,
fact.
right?
That's what I like about it. Like you get the seven top religions. Seven top religions. That's all. That's all. That right there. If they want to bring it down to less, I guess. But at the end of the day, I feel like the more it is, the better. Like, cause you can get a lot of perspective
Right.
from seven different religions, man. You can really get a lot of different perspectives.
Right.
Oh man, I'll probably even put a Scientology motherfucker in there. We gotta have an atheist. We gotta have an atheist.
Mm-hmm.
But he gotta, at the end of that motherfucker, he gotta believe in a higher power. Cause I like an atheist, but at the end of the day, I feel like they still stupid as hell because they just, how the fuck you don't believe we got a creator? Like, come on, man.
Right.
You really just think we came from a fucking amoeba? Like a Big Bang theory and we
Yeah, we
just
did.
here?
Michael, we did. And then we developed as fish. And then
Like,
once we was developed in millions of years that we could crawl out of the sea and get to the land. And then
what?
eventually we were developed as monkeys. And then
Yeah, but
eventually from the
why?
monkeys, they developed the human beings.
Yeah. I still tell them niggas why? Like, why do
Me
you
too.
think that we developed from water to go on the land and like stay on the land? Nigga, why
Yeah.
ain't we start flying?
Well, why don't
Why
we?
don't we just start or why is still not motherfuckers that's half fish out here? You know what I mean?
Right.
Where them motherfuckers at? Where the Lanteans at then, nigga? That's like they come up with the silliest shit and then expect us not to come up with some other shit like to counter it.
Yeah, but
And
it's
everything that we got
fascinating.
to counter.
It's
Yeah.
fascinating. Sorry, it's fascinating
Yeah.
when you tell the lie to the people and they believe it. This must
Yeah.
feel great, right? If you pull up some
Bro.
stupid story that you would think like you're making the script, and people would say just like the Shark Tank would think, oh man, when you're gonna pull that off, that's something like what the fuck? They
Bro.
won't ever believe that. And when you see
They
that
get
they do,
they get
man,
off on it.
you're gonna be the master of it.
Bro, they get off on it, man. And they don't care, you know what I mean, if people, you know what I mean, really believe them or not. They know they can get away with it because then they got another team of motherfuckers that would assassinate a motherfucker's character or just assassinate them, period.
Right.
Like, they'd take your ass out if they really can't go against your ass. They'll take you. Look at what Hillary Clinton was doing. Like, in the Clintons, they really got a lot of bodies on they list. They got a lot of people killed. They don't care if they was officers. They don't care. They kill them. So, nigga, they're actually one of the lower ranking motherfuckers. It's people higher than them.
Right.
It's people higher than our supposed leaders. Like, we're not gonna be able to roll up on David D. Rothschild and be like, man, fuck you, and try to shoot him. I don't even think a gun would work against him. Like, if I had my own personal gun and I clean this motherfucker out and I planned and prepped and went to go assassinate this nigga, I feel like if I shot that gun at him, that gun probably would he would freeze the bullet, drop the bullet, and dismantle my gun.
Right. Like the
But not,
superpowers that they know that they have and developed.
yeah, and that's not even really just to big him up, you know what I mean? But even if it was to work and it was to shoot him, like, the people would know so fast that he would be in a new body in time and be like, that motherfucker that shot me got to get taken out. He might come back for me. Like,
right.
That's how much power they really got. Like, he probably got more bodies on hand. So he probably like shut that body down and transfer his conscience to another body on some real sick clone shit.
Oh,
I don't know.
When you talk about that kind of stuff, tomorrow I have the second part with Nathaniel Gillis about demonology, about demons that could attach to people, and you got women that went pregnant, like a real pregnancy, and a few days before they have to deliver, the baby was gone. So spirits that
impregnate these motherfuckers and take them.
Right. And you got the incubi and the succubi. So like the creatures you see around graveyards that suck up the sperm of the dead man. And you got I think it's the succubi and the incubi are the women There are
Yeah, some
demons.
people.
They look like your girlfriend, and you screw them, you pregnant them, but the demon is pregnant them. It's like,
Mm,
holy shit. But why not? I mean, when you think about, okay, we were talking about Serengeti, we were talking about cities under the sea, we were talking about our own pineal gland, our God particle that could make everything happen,
mhm.
our spiritual realm that we have, our spirituality that we're developing. Why not that there are creatures that can leach out of us, that we are the fucking food?
Oh yeah, and the demons, they still even have a mission. They have a purpose,
Right.
and a lot of their purpose is just to carry out these orders, man. And they orders are to really fuck with us.
It's like the lion and a gazelle, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If
They're benefiting because we don't know our spiritual powers. They do, but they're not going to tell us our spiritual powers. Hell, last time they knew people to have spiritual powers and stuff like that, they were being ruled over. Like King Solomon, he made demons work for him. Like he controlled demons. Demons feared him. They was like, I wish I could fuck this nigga up. I can't. Oh, hey, King Solomon, what do you need, man? I'm okay. I'll go get it. Like he he had them niggas shook. That's how we gotta have demons. A lot of demons ain't scared of us because they know, nigga. They don't know his power. They don't. Demons know for a fact. I know my power. They
yeah, but
don't.
also their limitations. Although we only
Yeah,
think about limitations and not about our power. Whoa.
that's a fact. That's a fact. But that's
Oh,
how we program. That's how we program. We're programmed for limitations, our limits. Don't go there. Don't press that. You shouldn't do
exactly.
that. There's all limits. They limit us. We limit our children. It was programmed in us. We have to reprogram ourselves. We got to break those limits. We got to see past those limits.
Right.
If they told us we can't, I said, one thing they told us we shouldn't do is look at the sun. I look at that motherfucker every time it's shining.
Yeah. Me too.
They can't tell me to stop. And I see very good. You ain't about to
I
do
gotta
no
tell
shit.
you, I always look into the sun until I see the
Mhm.
real sun, the ball, and
Yeah,
all the rays that come out, and then try to focus on just like on one point, so you can see the energy frequency. I
you damn near, you
oh,
damn near. It's a portal, man. When you start looking at that, when you were getting teleported to a beautiful place of energy and good, wholesome, opening your third eye. You going all that calcification that they're trying to get into your third eye, that shit break off. You know what I mean? You're gonna start noticing more shit. You're gonna start seeing more shit.
oh yeah.
You're gonna start feeling more shit. Your senses are gonna become fucking hyper. You're gonna
And
become
don't
really
put
good.
sunscreen on when you're walking in the sun. You have
Yeah,
to
I don't know.
protect yourself for like I was like when I was in LA, I went to Hollywood, which is on a top of a hill. You know, top of a
Yeah.
hill, I got a house on the hill, I got a blah, blah, whatever. It was quite hot. But I went
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Santa Monica Beach and Marina del Rey and Venice Beach the day before. And
Okay.
I had some sun, you know, but I had always a long sleeve with me to
Yeah.
protect myself because too much
Too
uh
much, yeah,
yeah,
it
too
can
much
fuck
of
you up.
everything is too much, right? Too much
In
beer, too
fact,
much food, too much sun. You got to protect yourself. You have to say, okay, this is enough. And the day after, I was walking in
exactly.
Hollywood, and never ever put fucking shit on me, which has stuff in it that I can't pronounce. I even have
Bro.
to, check the word 3 or 4 times before I'm going to hit the internet with it. Probably when I'm in the Google bar or whatever, I gotta look it up like 4 or 5 times. It's pronounced right, like whatever.
Facts.
It's gonna fuck you up. The only thing I probably would need if I come back, some olive oil and rub it into my
Yeah.
body, This is
That's
only
a fact.
for OnlyFans. But
Yeah.
all right, I gotta finish my page.
Yeah.
But but that's the thing. And of course, when you're a skin type that's really
Yeah.
like a redhead, you have to
Yeah.
you don't have to protect yourself with sunscreen, but with clothing. You know, just like
Yeah.
this like linen. I mean, sun comes
Yeah.
through, but it also protects
Exactly.
those
Exactly.
fabrics.
Clothing is an important thing. Clothing, the different things we wear, it has different vibrations. It has different energies. Wearing the right clothing is important, like for real, for real. And it's sad that we really are living in an environment, they don't want to give us the right clothing. They don't.
That's
So
why
we really got to look for it.
you got only plastics nowadays. Even
That's a
if you look
fact.
at football shirts, they developed that for some guys that do like football, you know, like 40 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever. Only for that
Yeah.
purpose. What do? We're going to purchase these skirts, have some plastic on our fucking body, and it sweats. It's not good for your body. It doesn't feel right.
They don't understand. And first of all, the main thing is with these health things and these health concerns about these clothes and these plastics is what is doing like micro size, like the microplastics that's happening and how it affects our skin. Our skin is the biggest organ we got. So utilizing things against it is all they about. So we really got to get to a point of utilizing things that's going to benefit our skin. And we got them, but like I said, they're not going to teach us. We got to teach ourselves these things. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got to listen to our skin and listen to our body when it says what it likes and what it don't like. It'll break out real quick if it don't like some shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it do like it, you know what I mean? It'll react the way that you kind of think that it's supposed to react. You know what I mean?
Right. But
And it comes with thinking too. But go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, it's about your whole system could be fucked up because the fabrics you wear.
Yeah,
Because when they're
that's
not
a fact.
nature like cotton or wool or linen or wood,
Yeah,
well, I got wooden shoes, you know. Um,
yeah.
but it's so comfortable, you can't talk about it. You know, it's stupid because it was for the poor people. No, these were poor people that were living on the land that didn't want to have cold feet or in the summer hot feet. Wood, oh fuck yeah, like the clocks. You know, maybe it's more a little bit the modern way, but
Yeah, yeah.
but when you have Crocs, come on, you gotta put holes in it to prevent your feet from
Did it.
sweating off,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And it looks stupid. In my perspective,
Yeah.
I think it's Crocs are developed. You knew that there's a story that somebody made a film. I don't know what film. I had to check it out. And they wanted to have the footwear of the soldier or the army that was in that film, like
Yeah.
looking really weird and stuff like that. And Crocs was on
Yeah.
the market, but it wasn't successfully. But then they put all these people the Crocs on, and after that movie, it went viral.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. But I
Right?
can believe it, man. I can believe that shit. I really don't like Crocs that much. A lot of people do. They say it's comfortable. I think of house shoes if y'all want to be comfortable. Fuck it.
Yeah,
But
but
no.
it's same when I got my Adidas trainer suit. It's like
Yeah.
polyester. It feels comfortable, but if I'm walking around like what I got now, like linen or like a cotton trainer
Yeah.
suit, it's more comfortable because
That's
it's
a
not you have
fact.
a sweaty ass because of the polyester. You know,
That's a fact.
everything is just like it's not the way it should be. It's comfortable, but for a reason. So for
Yeah.
people that work out, but what would you wear it all day?
Thank you.
You know?
Thank you. Like you got to think. And they got to think like, in reality, you got to make some shit that's going to give us energy. You know what I mean? That's going to be able to conserve energy for us. Like, take some of this energy that's in the ether and feed us throughout the day. They don't think of it. Back in the day, they thought of that shit. We got ancestors from like some of these resets.
Mm-hmm.
We got ancestors that got clothing outside our dome that's going to feed us. That's not necessarily feed us physically, but give us energy. It's going to be able to take from the ether and stuff like that, protect us from some of the elements and shit like that, keep us warm. It's crazy. Like, clothing is not it. A lot of shit not, I ain't gonna say just clothing. It's a lot of shit that's not it. Everything is not it. But you gotta decipher the polarity of it, because that's what it really is. Everything is in a polarity. Everything is on the opposite end of what it should be. You know what I mean? The women aren't the type of women they're supposed to be. The men aren't the type of men they're supposed to be. Life ain't the life it's supposed to be.
Right.
Point blank.
Right.
So that polarity.
They want to take us off from the real existence, the meaning of life, the meaning of existence.
They pervert it. They pervert it, and then they give us the perversion as the truth, as the whole truth, as there's nothing else but this.
Right.
And then once we find out the truth, they'll tell you that's the lie, and that's an archaic way of thinking.
Isn't that the same way of life that Jesus had? Just like he said, he had trouble with everyone. Why?
Yeah.
Because, and I think still told that a few times, I have a God particle. My name is Jesus. You know, I am Jesus, and I can choose bad or good, whatever I want. But you got to figure it out that that's what they don't want. They don't want you to go into all the stuff that he'd been through, because he made a lot of he was in a lot of battles, but he still believed in himself. And that's what you got to do. You got to believe in yourself, and then you're not going to become godlike, but in a way you do. You know, you create your own positive, beautiful universe.
You really do. You really do. And that's all our Father want, man. That's all our Father want. He wants us to do that, because that's what we are. We're creators. We're creators because we have a creator. He tells us what to create. He tells us really what to do. That's why, you know what I mean? I'm not like super hard on my enemies, because I know their purpose. I know what they're here for. You're here to be my enemy, and that's okay. I'll treat you well, even if you don't treat me well, because I got to be the polarity. You know what I mean? So I'll complete it. You know what I mean? You don't
take the task.
You don't want to be good to me. It doesn't matter. I'll be good to you. You can be bad. I'll be good. If you're going to be good to me, nigga, I'm going to be good to you. We going to find others to be good too. To everybody good. If everybody is good, we're going to go out other places to figure it out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You got a choice to skip the situation to make it your own positive experience or whatever. You can say quit, you know, with the job, with the children, with the house, with the mortgage, with the car, whatever fucking shit you're fighting with. You have the power to choose not to, or to change it. But the comfortable zone that you're impact with, that you're sitting with your lazy ass on, that you don't want to work with because a lot of things going to change, that makes you stuck in the same fucking situation for whatever time you choose to be, until it has to change.
Exactly. So see, that mindset alone is really a key. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they don't think that way, it's going to be a lot of burdens they're going to have to go through. You know what I mean? But really sitting, meditating, and thinking about what to say, what to ask the universe, ask yourself. I don't really know what you want to call it, but either way it go, these are questions that you got to come up with. Point blank. These are realizations you got to come up with. And once you come up with these right ones, man, you have epiphanies after epiphanies, and shit just become a lot more clear.
Right.
So spiritual way.
We talked about it on the other podcast that we did. Like it moves on off the veil of existence, and you see how the play's been played in a way.
Yeah.
So it gives you like a creation of a comfort zone, because just like if you see the news and stuff like that, you can you can ridiculize everything. They don't want you to do that, but you can do that because you think like, what do I need to know about that information? What does it with me? Well, there are bombs in Yemen or whatever. Oh, it's a pity, but hey, it's not affecting me, so there's a little bit egoism, but that's okay because I still survive. Look at the Serengeti. When the tiger doesn't get fucked up by some buffaloes, he doesn't fucking care, right? He's still the king of the fucking jungle, right?
Yeah.
When the antelope crosses over with a group of 40 antelopes, he don't got caught by a lion, tiger. No, not tigers, not in the Serengeti, but a lion or like a crocodile. He thinks, hey, I'm fucking fine. I can still live another day. So what the fuck? Right?
That's a fact. That's a fact. And it's all about that. That leads me to resonation, like things that resonate with us. You know what I mean? The things that don't resonate with us, man. Them gut instincts that we gotta roll with more. That's the shit that's gonna strengthen your spirit and your instincts and shit like that. You know what I mean? Them motherfucking animals have hella instincts. And they use that shit daily. That motherfucker's using it in they sleep. That's why they wake up quick when danger arrives.
Right.
And
With
they
an
set
alarm
up
clock,
little
like, you got to go
things.
to work, Bert.
Yeah.
Hey, you're lying.
Oh,
You
shit.
slept a
They
lot.
trying to kill me? Hey, out of there. They already got their defense mechanisms. You know what I mean? No,
Right.
man. No, man. No, we got to. It's not even that's not a debate that I'll be trying to have with people. I'll be just telling them, no, it's not a fucking what? Nigga, you better use your spirit. And I don't care if they know how or not. That's not my fucking, I don't know if I can tell somebody how to. I tell them how I do it.
Right.
But as far as you another person.
They have to adapt to their thing, how it works for them. So I can put them on a meditation that I read or that I do, but maybe it's something that's totally different from how they would, how they could react with that. Well, and that's with a lot of things, that's why you got so much diversity. But even when you're going to meditate, you see that all the diversity has a fucking purpose, and it's
That's a
all
fact.
balanced. It's not like difference things. No, it's the same thing, but on a other level, on an other on a other frequency.
Vibration.
Yeah, man.
Another frequency. That's all. That's all. And no matter how different our frequencies are, understand this. When we vibrate high, it's going to be better. These low vibrations is demonic. That's the difference. Like, that's the yin and the yang. When you do these fucking low vibration shits, these demonic fucking vibrations, know what you're doing. And know that you got to switch it around. Know how to. Especially when you realize how powerful these things are. You got to realize how to reach that polarity, my man. So
Oh yeah. And I think a lot of
everybody
people
be careful.
I think a lot of
Yeah,
people that dealt with trauma or dealt with like abuse and stuff like that,
yeah, we all
they
have.
see yeah, but
It's
the
true.
yeah, but demons, we'll talk about it tomorrow, of course, but
Yeah,
we
yeah.
talked about it before. Like demons can easilier fucking easilier
Yeah, they can definitely.
attach to you, right?
Yeah,
They could get a grip on you because your your your
vibrate
perspective
low.
of the reality is a little bit different than it is. Like the people that are beautiful sunlight and they are very depressed because they lost their job or whatever,
Yeah,
that their car broke down.
yeah.
Well, that's fucked up. But you see the beauty of nature that gives you like the sunshine, although it rained for
It,
2 weeks. No,
it,
because you're
it
in
makes
this,
you.
and I
It
have to
makes
deal
you. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, yeah.
I
You
have
have
to
to.
deal with my own sins and stuff like stuck in the low root
Yeah,
chakra. I mean, I love
yeah,
porn. So what the fuck are you gonna do about that, right? So you do podcasting so you not have to jerk off on the next Pornhub stuff, right? That's
yeah,
what you
yeah.
gotta do, or
True.
you play guitar and TikTok just to have some
Yeah,
accountability towards yourself, although it's a daily struggle.
yeah, yeah.
I
That's a
mean,
fact.
I
It's
wrote a
that's what.
course about it, how to get shit done for people. And it
Yeah,
really worked,
yeah.
and it worked for me, but it doesn't mean that I'm now the mentor or the guru, whatever, of that. No, it's like a guideline for me, like a
Yeah,
Bible, a guideline for me, just like, oh, now you fucked up, how to get back. So you're not going to
gotta
get
get.
back, you're going to wait, you're going to look at your process, what you fucked up with, and
Yeah.
then eventually you're going to get the next step, maybe faster
The
or maybe
fact.
slow.
Yeah, but it happens. It
Of
still happens,
course.
and that's a good way to go about it, though. You know what I mean? Because it still gives you time to recollect or basically reinvent yourself. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You can really go to a complete self when you can see mistakes that you made or see that something's off or see that you need help with something. You know what I mean? And you want
Right.
to change something. You know, that's good to do. It's almost like a combatant of doubt.
Right.
That's the polarity thing I be talking about. Basically, when we get to these low points, it's basically low points so we can go to other heights. I look at it as swooping down,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, with wings. You usually get more lift when you're going down, a little more resistance
Uh-huh.
because you're going down so fast. But when you swoop back up, right before that swoop is when you get all that real pressure. So what you want to do is, at least like I say, for me, of course, but what you want to do is really start to set goals or really start to set yourself to a point where all that positive shit that that you think of and you need and you want, you start saying it more, you start believing it more, so that shit start actually manifesting. It don't matter how big it is, it don't matter how little it is, as long as it's positive. You know what negative is, you know what low vibration is.
Right.
A high vibration would be something that is opposite of the low vibration. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Point blank. So that's all I really try to get to when I'm in these low vibrations.
Mm.
That's one reason why the devils and the demons see somebody like me with a high vibration. It hurts them. They
Right.
tend not to want to be around me. They tend have to flee. they tend to, if they have to be around me, they're suffering.
Right.
And I don't care if they suffer. That's the problem with them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They got to deal with that suffering. I've already suffered. So, hey, you shit out of luck, my boy. You know what I mean? You a demon.
It's like the
You should be
bully.
used to this shit.
It's like the bully on school that got whooped ass by someone else, right?
Thank you.
They
Thank
pinch
you.
punk you to get a reaction so they can interact with you. But if you directly take them out, that it's over. You know, they're
Point
not
blank.
coming back.
Point blank. And that's what I'll be here for. I'll be here for that bully. You know what I mean? That demon
Oh
be a
yeah.
bully. I'll be like, yo, no. You already know how I get down when it comes to the bullies. So you fucked up now. You might as well just lay the fuck down and it can go better for you.
Right.
Or I'm going to make you suffer.
Right.
Here and now, and I'm going to make you suffer later.
Here in eternity.
You know what I mean? So how do you want it?
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? You think Jesus is bad? You think he was? You gonna be fucked up, my boy, if you fucking with. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Nigga, I be meditating. I don't really give a fuck how people take this. I really be meditating on combating the devil, different angels as well. It ain't just demons. It's people like Gabriel, fucking Michael, fucking. If I can wrestle with Jesus, I will. He can wrestle with me. King David, King Solomon, Goliath. It doesn't matter. It can be mythical creatures. It can be real creatures. I have astral projected and made these beings to my like and tussle with them.
Right.
That's how they all alive. I ain't nobody killed none of them.
No,
I don't
it
do
was
that.
just it was just a wrestle fight, and you win some, you lose some, right? It's not like
Exactly. It's
on
all
death.
battles.
Right.
It's all battles. That's
Of
it.
course.
That's it. You can win and lose. That's all. And at the end, we friends.
Lesson learned and ready for the next round.
Iron sharpens iron. That's how I tell them in the beginning, and I tell them at the end.
Right. Michael, we're 2 hours and 50 minutes almost ahead. Is there any topic you want to touch based on before we are going to wrap it up a little bit?
Shoot. Not really. I do want to say that book is like I said, I tell people that's my second Bible.
Yeah, you told me the first
Don't even
time.
matter which one it is.
I
They
gotta
all the
purchase
same.
it. I gotta purchase it.
I have to, bro. This shit crazy. When they talk about these other domes, they give little pictures for them too. But just the thought of different beings and the stuff that they go through and stuff that they, you know what I mean,
Right.
capable of, it should be an awakening. People should really think more of themselves and highly of themselves.
Right. Because if you walk like in a big town, like a big city, you see so many diverse people that sometimes you really look at some person like, what? With all disrespect, of course.
Yeah.
No, with all respect. Like, how does he look like, or she? You know, just like it looks like you can see it's a human, but it's a different human and a different walk of life and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that there are so many diverse people that why not? I mean, we discovered like what they say, like 5 or 10% of the ocean, but they don't know what 100% is. So how could you point out like 5 or 10%? First of all, so there could be a lot of stuff that we're not noticed about.
It is, and the main reason is because what they're teaching us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if we were teaching, they were teaching us real shit. We that percentage would actually be growing. Like they're keeping it at that percentage for a purpose. It's beings on this planet that know about more of a percentage of what's underneath the earth,
Hmm.
what's in the waters. It's a lot. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go as far as to say it's over 10% of a population on this realm that knows exactly what's in the water. You know what I mean?
Right. I
But
think I think
them being labeled as crazy, or if they're not being labeled as crazy, they're being labeled as unknown, and they're
right.
not being
I think
prophesied.
I think it's not possible to whatever topic you touch base on, like if it's the ocean or the flora, fauna, or psyche of humans or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
how that you 100% know everything about, because it's so amazingly beautiful created how
Yeah.
everything works and grows and survives. You can't, there's no way you can figure out everything, maybe of one particle or one piece of it.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Now, logically, you are correct. The main reason because most brains are not programmed to compute it like that. But if you use more than 50% spiritual power, your brain is going to exceed a lot of things, a lot of comprehension that we can't perceive right now.
I totally
So
agree.
if we were to actually use, like, let's say 90% spiritual, 10% physical, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We would not only be on a whole nother level, some shit. I know we wouldn't be living the way we are now. It wouldn't be a monetary system that it is, like it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? We would still eat, but it wouldn't be eating for anything but maybe, I don't know, pollination or something like that. It'll
Hmm.
be something crazy. It'll be something crazy that will benefit another species or our realm. Just like how we live. It would, where we reside, it would be something that benefited our species
Mm-hmm.
or another species in our realm. We driving cars wouldn't be it. We would be using vehicles that were powered with the ether. That means that the space around us, real space.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
ether is real space. That shit that NASA put out is fake space.
Yep.
That's not real. That's computer animation. That's some shit that producers can make up in their movies. You know what I mean? That's not no real shit. If we leave this dome, it's gonna be another dome. We're in a very big dome, point blank.
Right.
So we go to another land with a dome, another land without a dome. We're still in a dome. We
Right.
go outside our dome. We got the fucking the great. I I don't know what the fuck to call it. Read the Terry Infinita book. It's
I
that
will.
ether.
I will
That shit
purchase it.
crazy.
Well,
You
I
got
think
to. You got to. They got two of them that say Terra Infinita, but you will see that like one is Terra Infinita, the 178 worlds within the dome, and the other one is the detail of the worlds and the theory of the other domes.
so. Both would be best purchase, right?
Mm-hmm. I got them both. I can't help it.
Man, it was again a pleasure to have you on, Michael.
Thank you, my man.
We
Thank
had
you. It's
some
always a pleasure.
we had again some great conversation about so many topics that really motivate us and inspire us to dig deeper into some stuff, to get more about the quest of life, or about the meaning of life, right?
The spirit in us, man. That
Mm-hmm.
spirit know it all, y'all. That spirit know it all. So use it as much as you can. Listen to it. You
Right.
know what I mean?
And the
Let it
ether
lead us,
connects us with all of that.
all of it, bro. It's in us. We
What
can use
about
the
that?
ether
What about
in
that?
us and out of us.
Exactly. What about that NASA gives you the half truth? So there is no universe outside of our dome, but within our dome, there are like the 7 planets, like the 7 chakras, that is all interconnected
Mhm.
in a very animated, cryptic way to tell you
Yeah,
about whatever there is.
yeah. Oh yeah, they do it. That's their worship. That's their cult.
Right.
That's their cult, man. They got to do that shit, man. Because they got to get you to worship their gods. They got to get you to worship their ideals. The only
Hmm.
way they're going to do that is by giving you this bullshit and nonsense. You know what I mean? That you don't
Right.
question.
Right.
Most people don't question they shit. They don't question the heliocentric version. So, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's no problems for them. Motherfucker like us going to question that shit. We're a problem for them. We're a
Wait.
problem for their gods and their leaders and shit, man. We're a problem for their cult. I don't give a fuck. There ain't shit they can do about it.
Right.
Spiritually, they can't do shit about it. I'm a fucking menace. I'm a problem spiritually. They like, God damn it. God
Demon.
damn it. Get shit. Shit. Nigga, when Satan see me, shit. Is that
Right.
right? Fuck. Let me change you to a beautiful bitch. That shit don't work. No. Cuss your ass out too, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Demon. Knew he was gonna figure it out.
Sooner or later, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't need much time at all.
Right.
Cause I like to project my my authentic self.
Right.
I
I
project
think
it. So
that,
I project my power really, really well. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I do it at work. I do it at the gas pump. I don't give a fuck where it's at. I project my power out here. I'm gonna be my real self.
right.
I'm feeling like if Mike Tyson, goddamn, was right there in front of me, motherfucker, he gonna realize my power too. Fuck you like that. Like, Mike, I know you got power to knock my ass out, but I got power to knock your ass out too.
Right.
And I don't need all that swinging and shit. I can lay my hands right on you and you will faint like they do in church. Don't play with me. I'm nice because I'm nice. I'm kind. I'd give a motherfucker the shirt off my back if I knew they were doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel they doing the right thing. If I feel they doing the wrong thing, I'm not fucking giving you anything.
Mm.
But words of wisdom. Get right. That's it. You don't want to get right, nigga, that's all on you now. That's your choice. You live with it. But you ain't doing shit wrong to me.
Mm.
It's enough motherfuckers doing wrong to me already. And most of them is in really, really high places. I'm here to take them fuckers down. They're coming down. God damn it. They're coming down until they're right here in front of me, looking at me, and I'll be like, all that shit you caused, all that shit you did, you're gonna have to pay for it. How will pay for it? We'll figure it out.
Mm. Right.
Come with me.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh man, Michael, just as always a pleasure. Um,
Yes.
it was like again this great connection which is in the ether, the words that we say, the connection we have, the spirit that's involved
Yeah,
and connects us
yeah.
throughout everything that's making
You
relationships
feel
like this and
you
talking
feel
to
the
people.
vibrations. You know it. You
Yeah,
feel them. You feel it. Your people, your fans, they gonna feel it too, man. They
absolutely.
gonna feel it too. I know mine. They always feel it. They always feel it.
It's
So
all there
yeah,
is and ever will be.
amen,
Great
brother.
spirits.
Let that energy go ahead and seep out, man. Yes, yes.
Absolutely. And for all the listeners to this episode with Michael Hays, Hays the Dank on Instagram, TikTok, everything, right? Facebook,
Yeah,
Hays the
yeah,
Dank, right? Have a
yes. On
beautiful,
Facebook it's Michael Hayes, but I believe I got a Hayes the Dank one as well. So if you request me on that, I'll get the email.
right.
Yeah.
I'm going to put in a show description your name so they can figure it out. And I'm going to connect with Instagram and stuff like that.
All right,
Uh,
my man.
Thank you for hopping on Disorganized Production for another brilliant episode, Michael Hayes. And for
Thank
all the
you,
listeners at
man.
home, have a beautiful morning, a beautiful day, or beautiful evening, no matter where you are on this beautiful, plain planet.
Yes, yes, yes. I love you, brother.
I love you too, man.
Yeah.
Good talking to you.
Always, man. Always.
Running for all my life with the devil on my heels. He wasn't always kind, and he couldn't fulfill my dreams. I've been running for all my life with the devil on my heels. He wasn't always kind, and he couldn't fulfill my dreams. He's a pain in the ass, black as a night. God, show me the light. He's a pain in the ass, black as a night. God, show me the light and hold me tight. For I've been running for all my life with the devil on my heels. He wasn't always kind, and he couldn't fulfill my dreams. He's a pain in the ass, black as a night. God, show me the light and hold me tight.